Yeah. What's up, guys? It's your boy Fortepe the Dreamer, and today we continue with our FL Studio Beginners Guide series. Whoa, we have moved now. We are almost completing our series. Today we are on episode 7, that is creating your first beat in FL Studio. So far we have looked at everything you need to know in FL Studio: the toolbar, the browser, the channel rack or step sequencer, the piano roll, the playlist, the mixer, and now we are on creating our first beat. We are going to create our first beat with native plugins, no external plugins, only native plugins that you install that come with FL Studio. And we are not going to use any MIDI like external instrument. We are just going to use our computer. Yeah, even if you don't have any knowledge about like playing a musical instrument, don't worry. We are just going to make our first beat without any musical instrument, without any third-party plugins, only FL plugins, native plugins. If it's your first time to be on my channel, check in the link in the description below. Check I have the link to the series, all the episodes that you have missed. Yeah, so also don't forget to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss all the videos that I'll be posting. Okay, let's head in. Here we are. This is our FL Studio. This one is FL Studio 20 Producer Edition. We have looked at the toolbar, the browser, the channel rack, the playlist, the piano roll, the mixer. So what is left is starting to make our music, making our beats, and we're going to make our first beat. So I was there I was like, should I make a trap beat, a hip hop beat, a dancehall beat? I found myself deciding to make a dancehall beat, some Afro dancehall beat. But don't worry, if you need the one for trap or hip hop, just give me a comment there down. Tell me if you wanted to see how to make a trap beat. I will do it for you. But for now, we're just going to make a simple beat, just simple, not complicated, because I know you're beginners. So we're just going to make a simple one. All right, so we already know how to load our sounds. We have the kick here. These ones are the default samples that come when you open your FL Studio. In case maybe if I've opened, there was another project, you just come here, file, new. Yeah, that's a new project. These are the defaults that come with, but you can decide to change. Let me see. So I'm just pressing on my key on my computer keyboard to test the sounds. To get the middle C, just use the comma key on your computer. That will give you C. That is the middle C, the default sound, middle C. I don't like that kick. First of all, we need to set our BPM, that is our tempo. I would like to set it around 98. I will set it at around 98. So that's it. Let me put the metronome and here the speed. Yeah, that speed is enough for us. Okay, I want to replace this kick. I don't like the sound of this kick, so I'm going to replace it. Let me go to drums, mod audios. We have the kicks here, the kicks. Which kick do I want? Let me be testing. I think I will go with this one. So I want to replace this kick, this default kick. I want to replace it. So I will select send to selected channel or focused plugin, because I want to replace, not to add, but to replace. So if I test this one, I'm just pressing keys on my computer. Okay, that's the kick I want. So we are just going to plot Don't worry if it's your first time, just follow along, but I'm giving you the basics, the workflow of making your music in FL Studio. So I'm just going to upload the dancehall type I want. It's going to be ding 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 ding. That's the one I want. So I'll plot it here. I plot here. Then I come upload here. Also plot here. If we play it, okay, that's what I want. Now the kick is dry. I'm going to escort it with some hi-hat. Hi-hat, just follow this kick, the rhythm of the kick. Okay, now this one is going to be our pattern 1. This clap, I don't need it, so I'm just going to delete it. You right click and delete. So this one is going to be our pattern 1. Now remember, in our last episode when we were looking at the mixer, we said to send your tracks to the mixer, you need to number them here appropriately. So this one is going to be sent to mixer track 1. Our hi-hat is going to be sent to, want it to be sent to mixer track 2. So give it 2 down here. So this one is going to be our pattern 1. We got our playlist, access the playlist from here. Then I plot it. You can drag as far as you want, but I'm just going to stop somewhere here. That's why I want, because it's not that we're making a full song, we're just seeing how to make a song, a simple song. Remember, it's our first, so I don't want to complicate it. Okay, that's our first pattern. Our second pattern, let's see, our second pattern, I want a snare. Okay, it's now in pattern mode, that's why it has gone off. So to play this one, let's come to song mode. Now we come and put our pattern 2. Okay, pattern 2. I want a snare. This is a kick. Let's go look for a snare. We are still under modes, drums, mode audio. Snare, snare. You just be testing the snare you like. Which snare? I think I can go with this. Let's go with this one. See our channel rack. So let's replace this snare here. The default. I'm going to replace that snare with this one here. Okay. So the snare is going to be on our pattern 2. So the snare. Let's come here. Let me loop this guy here. I'm just going to loop it so that I get to test the snare how it sounds, because we're in the song mode. So let me play. I want to see where our snare is going to be. Boom, boom. So snare is going to be somewhere there. Right click to delete, to remove it. Okay, that's it. That's our snare. So we are slowly building up. All these ones come with FL Studio. They are not third-party plugins. So I'm going to drag also our snare. Okay, that's the snare. It's going to, we want to send it to mixer track 3. So it's better you do them at the beginning. As you're doing, keep on updating. Okay. Now this is the skeleton of our song, of our beat. Now let me look for some other sounds. This time I'm not going to come here to samples. Let me look for a plugin. FL Studio plugin. Let me go with the GMS. Let me look. I'm going to look for a plugin. So I'm just pressing my computer keyboard. See which one do I want. Analog best. I think I like this one. Analog bass 2TE. I just double click. Okay, now this one I'm not going to plot it here because it's going to be changing the pitch, so if you're going to be changing pitch, you cannot just plot it. You need to access the piano roll. Let me send it to track 4, mixer track 4. So to access our piano roll, right click, piano roll. Okay, I'm trying to get the sound in my brain. See which one do I go with. Okay, so you just be testing, see which one, or you can be using your key, computer keyboard. Okay, and I want it to be on pattern 3. So pattern 3, pattern 1 had the kick and the hi-hat, pattern 2 snare, so pattern 3, this one is going to be on pattern 3. Let me look. It might go beyond 1 bar. So let me try to loop around the 2 bars. Yeah, I'm going to loop around 2 bars. Then we go to pattern 3. Let me drop it there. Pattern 3. Don't worry if we plot and then if we play and it goes for it will automatically update itself here. So let's go to our piano roll, GMS, that's where we are. That's the kind of sound I want to listen. Yeah, that's what I that's the kind of the rhythm I want. That's it. That's the kind of rhythm I want. So that's our pattern 3. So you can just plot here even if you don't have any knowledge of music, any musical instrument. So let's go to our pattern there. Just double click to remove the looping. Okay, so I play this one. That's our pattern 3. Okay, I'm going to pattern 4. Pattern 4. Still let me loop. Press Control. Okay, pattern 4. I want us to pick a different. So if you can come here, see we are changing the pattern. Pattern 1 we had that one. Pattern 2 had that one. Pattern 3. So pattern 4, I want to add a new sound. So I still want to use this one. So I can either go back and choose GMS. Let me go and choose GMS again, or I can decide to clone. The clone will replace that one, but with the same sound, but I want now a different sound. So let me try to look around for a different sound. Let me look for a different sound. Come here. This time we are not going for a bass. I want to go for leads and synths. Let me look for a sound. Just be testing. Just be pressing keys on your computer there, on your computer keyboard. Which sound do I want? There's a certain sound I like. Lead 5, yeah. That one. So double click. So that's, we have already. So I'm going to also to plot it. Right click, go to piano roll to access the piano roll for this one. Okay. Get the rhythm. What rhythm do I want? We have not put it. Okay, let's come and put our pattern for. Okay, double click to go. So that's what I want. So it's almost the same, so I'm going to highlight this one, then press shift, then I drag to duplicate this one, but now this one I want double click. That one. Something like that. We are not going to complicate it. We're just going to make some things simple. Going to add another pattern. slowly. Going to add another pattern, pattern 5. Drop it here. We are still looping. Just looping here. We're going to add another instrument. We have already moved to pattern 5. Pattern 5. What instrument do I want? Let's go with Harmless. It's also a native plugin. There is a particular sound I like. I think it's in Percussions Mallet FG. That one. So we are also going to plot it. Send this one to this one. We're sending it to track 5. This one to track 6. Okay, right click to access the piano roll. This one I want it how. think it's delaying. Let's see. Okay, it's supposed to. Let's put it around here. Not this one. So plotting, you have to have ears and then you see where you want it. There. we're going to change one here. That one. So we're almost done. But now what I want to do, we're just going to the mixer. Okay, let's first send our tracks. Just double click, it selects all. Then we go to the mixer. When we go to the mixer, come here, right click, channel routing, route selected channels from this, starting from this track. Now they come. So now all of them, they cannot be having the same sound, like the same level. We need to balance them up. So let me first solo. I'm going to reduce the kick a bit. Come to the hi-hats. I'm going also to reduce a bit. Now this bass, we're going to add to mix it by adding an EQ, an equalizer. Don't worry, you will get to know about all of these plugins, mixing plugins, an equalizer. So from this one is the frequency. Brief, like just to say something brief about it. This one is the bass. As you go from the bass, you see sub bass, low, mid, high, mid, and treble. So I want to remove some of the high since it's a bass, so I don't want it to be here. Just going to have a low pass. Just going to reduce it a bit. Sorry, reset this one. Are you getting? Sorry, it's not delete this one. We are supposed to be here. This one is, it's what we want to equalize. Come here, I want to put a low pass. It's a bass, so I don't want it to be here in high frequencies. I only want its bass, so I'm just going to reduce a bit. Okay, so there is a difference. Let me solo it. You're going to hear without the effect, with the effect, or even you can use this one without the effect, with the effect. So I remove the high frequencies. I just leave the low frequencies, which are the bass. So we just remove this high. We are leaving this one for the hi-hats, and then the snares, because for them they're high frequencies, so we don't them to conflict each other. Okay, now if we had filled, now this one has a lot of bass. I want to remove that bass, part of that bass. I want its high frequencies. So come here. Remember, you come here, activate it, and then you go and add. So I want also to subtract some low end, the bass. I want a high pass. Solo it. That bass, because we already have the bass here, so I don't want we already have this bass here. So I want to remove that bass. That's what we have just done here. When I put the high pass, I remove the low frequencies here. So that's part of mixing. But now I have to reduce the bass. I'm going to reduce the bass a bit. I'm also going to reduce it. Now next is this one here. Our percussion, I'm going to reduce it. It's too high. Okay. I'm going to add a reverb. So come here, add reverb, Fruity Reverb. I think I like it. I'm not going to tamper with it. I'm not going to change anything. I'm just going to leave it like that because I don't want to complicate it. Remember, this one is our first one, so I don't want to move into advanced levels. I just want to leave it simple, maintain it simple. Let me pan this one to the left. I pan this one to the right a bit. That is panning. That means we are pushing this one to the left somehow, not completely, and then this one to the right, so that they don't conflict. Should we add this one? Let's see, reverb. Okay. So something simple like that. Now we have touched that everything. We have touched on everything we learned. We have used this one. We have used this one. We have used the channel rack, the mixer, the playlist. So if we go back to our playlist now, let's see. Add these ones here. Double click there. So I'm going to drag this one. So let's assume this one is going to be our chorus. From here it's going to be our verse. Remember I told you we use our playlist to organize our song. That's how we are organizing it. From here let's it be a chorus. Then here we enter the verse. Now we're going to add something. I want us to add a symbol. You're going to see, let's come to symbols. I want this one, add it to the new channel. Come just here, track 7. Let's send it to our track. Come to the mixer, track 7, right click, channel to this track. Now let's go to our playlist. Hey, we put it, sorry, we are supposed to put it on its own pattern, so let's put it to pattern 6. Pattern 6, come here, pattern 6. I want it to be somewhere here. I'm going to hear it. Yeah, that's it. But we need to reduce the volume a bit. Go to our mixer. Listen. Still, let's reduce it a bit. So we have made our first beat using native plugins, no musical instrument needed, just our computer. It's as simple as that. So next time I might do our first hip hop or trap beat after learning the FL Studio. So make sure that you click that subscribe button so that you don't miss. If it's your first time, hit that subscribe button, and also check in the description below to check for the entire series. That is our FL Studio Beginners series. Okay, this one is episode 7. Next will be episode 8. Where we shall be looking at how to save our project and then export it. Alright, so that's it. Something simple. I think we have even overgone with this video. Okay guys, let's meet in our next episode. That is episode 8. Sign out.